Hello, everyone. How are my peeps doing? So, I came on yesterday or the other day, depending on how you watch these videos. I don't even know how you would know what yesterday was, but anyway, talking about the 3 behaviors that can keep you in like a low vibe state. They're blame, shame, and complain. Funny enough, it's so funny how the universe works. I've had this book on one of my tables. I found it at I love the Goodwill bookstore. So I found it at the Goodwill bookstore and I picked it up. It's backwards, but it's a book by Dr. Wayne Dyer, and it's the 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. It's this little book, and I'm going to read you a little something today because I picked it up and I started reading them and I was like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what my videos are talking about. Like this book, I should have written this book. But I wanted to share because he has a great way of getting my thoughts across in a more expanded version. So this is from, this one little piece I want to read to you is from the 10th secret. And the 10th secret is, wisdom is avoiding all thoughts that weaken you. So it says, thoughts that weaken you. If a simple thought will make the muscles of your arm go weak or strong, imagine what it must be doing to all the other muscles and organs of your body. And if you don't know what I'm talking about by that, there's a great book by Dr. David Hawkins called, the one that there's one called Power versus Force, but I particularly like the one called The Map of Consciousness. It's a lot easier to read and to understand. But it's about how your words affect your body, and a lie will make you weak. And there are people who will stand with their arms out and have another person kind of push down on their arm, and you speak a lie and you watch your arm go down, and then you speak the truth. So like you could say, you know, my name is Nicole, and they won't be able to push my arm down. Or I could say, my name is Stephanie, and my arm goes down. But anyway, that's kind of what this is talking about. So anyway, your heart is a muscle that's weakened by thoughts that disempower you. Your kidneys, liver, lungs, and intestines are all surrounded by muscles that are affected by your thoughts. The thought that makes most people the weakest is shame. Like I just said this, right? Which produces humiliation. The importance of forgiving yourself cannot be stated strongly enough. If you carry around thoughts of shame about what you've done in the past, you're weakening yourself both physically and emotionally. Similarly, if you use a technique of shame and humiliation on anyone to get them to reform, you're going to create a weakened person who will never become empowered until those shameful and humiliating thoughts are removed. Removing your own thoughts of shame involves a willingness to let go, to see your past behaviors as lessons you had to learn, and to reconnect your source through prayer and meditation. After shame, guilt and apathy thoughts make you the weakest. They produce the emotions of blame and despair. Man, I'm good. To live in guilt is to use up your present moments being immobilized over what has already transpired. No amount of guilt will ever undo what's been done. If your past behavior mobilizes you to learn from your mistakes, this is not guilt, it's learning from the past. But to wallow in the present moment over your so-called errors is guilt, and it can only take place now. Releasing guilt is like removing a huge weight from your shoulders. Guilt is released through the empowering thought of love and respect for yourself. You empower yourself with love and respect, letting go of standards of perfection and refusing to use up the precious currency of your life, the now, with thoughts that only continue to frustrate and weaken you. Instead, you can vow to be better than you used to be, which is the true test of nobility. Apathetic thoughts create despair. They are the thoughts that keep you from being engaged in life. Apathy stems from self-pity and a need to be entertained continually to avoid boredom. You can never be apathetic or lonely if you love the person you're with. You can never be apathetic or lonely if you love the person you're alone with. One more time, just for, you can never be apathetic or lonely if you love the person you are alone with. Every moment of every day presents an unlimited number of options for living fully and being connected to life. You don't need a television or a radio constantly blaring to avoid apathy. You have your own mind, which is a kingdom of limitless potential. Do I want to read more? The other prominent thoughts that compete to make you weak include fear and anger. Both of these categories of thought employ force, which produces a counterforce and an inner atmosphere of tension and weakness. When you're afraid, you've moved away from love. Remember, perfect love casteth out all fear. What you fear, you resent, and ultimately begin to hate. Thus, the dichotomy of hate and fear are at work within you, always weakening you. Every thought you have in which you're in a state of fear keeps you away from your purpose and is simultaneously weakening you. Your fearful thoughts are inviting you to stay immobilized. When you find yourself in a fearful mode, stop right there and invite God into the scene. Turn fear over to your senior partner with these words: I don't know how to deal with this, but I know I'm connected to you, the miraculous creative force in this universe. I'll move my ego out of the way and turn it over to you. He says, try it. You'll be surprised by how quickly that higher energy of love will nullify and dissolve your fearful thoughts and empower you at the same time. And, you know, if the word God you don't like, there's tons of words you can use. Spirit, source, higher self, creator, the one, the all, Allah, whatever works for you. But if you can find this book, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Dr. Wayne Dyer, 10 Secrets for Success and Inner Peace. I'm reading it going, oh my God, this is what I talk about every day. And it's the truth. It is the truth. And I'll probably come on and read another one to you guys too, because there's another part I really wanted to share, but I don't want to go into too much. I like to just give you guys little tidbits to munch on and not overwhelm you with all this crazy. But, so I hope you all take a moment, and like I shared in other videos, take a breath, take a pause when you're feeling these lower vibrational energies, anger, fear, resentment, blame, shame, whatever, and find out what's triggering you, what's going inside me that's manifesting as the problem, and work it out. And I promise you, things will change, my friends. Things will change. I've been on like this kind of roller coaster the last 2 months or so, where I've dipped low again a couple of times, and the second I quiet myself and I sit with peace in my heart, everything changes. Everything that I need shows up in the weirdest ways. In the weirdest ways. There are a couple of ways I want to share with you, but they include something that I did that I don't want somebody to know about yet. So after the event happens, then I can share. I'll share what happened to me in the last 2 days, which was, for me, nothing short of miraculous. I mean, it's just people who talk about how miracles happen in their lives every day is no joke. Miracles happen in my life every day. Whatever I need is brought to me. Like magic. But you have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to be in gratitude. You have to be in love. You have to be in forgiveness for these things to come through. And they will. I promise you that. Oh. Yep, it's thundering. I have a cat that was outside and it's thundering, and now she's like, all right, see ya. I'm out of here. Anyway, so start checking yourself when you're fearful. Find a moment to just sit quietly and just picture peace in your heart. That's what I did. I put my hand on my chest and I just pictured peace in my heart. hope this helps. I love you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you later.